morning everyone. I'm Dr. Pasindu. I'm attached to the Transport Engineering Division of the Department of Civil Engineering. And today I will present about one of the major infrastructure developments that's going to happen, that's been happening for the last 5 years in this country. That is the development of the expressway network. Why we decided to present this as part of Civil Engineering Department's main presentation is that this impacts almost all aspects of civil engineering, and these is one of the flagship projects that is being carried out in this country, and we need civil engineers to actively get involved in these projects and get experience and then give their services. So that is the main reason for choosing to demonstrate or present the progress that Sri Lanka has made with respect to expressway development. So to begin with, I'll just ask a simple question: why do we need expressways? Right? We already have a very good road network. You know, Sri Lanka has one of the highest road densities in South Asia. Then you might ask, or people ask, why do we need additional expressways? There are reasons for that, right? Sorry. There's big reasons for that. One reason is we need a high mobility network connecting all the major cities in the country. Now, for example, 10 years ago or 12 years ago, going to Martha from Colombo would be a 4 to 5 hour journey, and which is not productive. Right? Going to Kurunag or going to Kandy now, it's about a 4 hour journey, again which is not productive. So we need to connect these main cities, Colombo, Kandy, Martha, Gaul, Hambantota, then Kurunag, Dabul, Anuradhapura, all these major cities, we need to connect them with high mobile networks. And that is why we need expressways, so people can travel at 100 to 80 to 100 kilometers per hour and get there quickly. Right? So when you have this, you have better access to all the rural areas. For example, Southern Expressway, you connect all the rural areas like Badega, Murduga, and Rakman. Right? So similarly, when we construct the new expressways, it will give access to areas that did not have proper access to. So there will be development in those areas, regional development, because now the industries and the factories will then go and set up their businesses there. There will be more tourism, because now the tourist doesn't have to spend 4 hours on the road, he will travel further. Right? So this will spur regional development. So as a result, we are expecting expressways to create economic growth in this country. And in addition to that, as a user, I think all of you may have used expressways as a road user, you will get the individual benefits. You will save your time. If you are driving your own vehicle, the cost of driving or vehicle operating cost will reduce. So there are numerous benefits like this, and that is why the governments are spending billions of rupees in developing these expressways. So we must, as engineers, know why we are developing this infrastructure also, without just saying we are developing infrastructure. We need to be mindful of the more wider economic context. Why are we spending so much money to develop these expressways? Now we'll get down to what is relevant for civil engineering when we come to construction of expressways. So this is the existing network. We have 3 expressways already constructed. The Southern Expressway, the Outer Circular Expressway, and the Colombo-Patna Expressway. And in addition to this, these are the future expansions. Right? We are expanding or constructing a new expressway towards Dabul and then connecting to Kandy. And we will be constructing expressways towards Ratnapura and then towards Parvatul, and of course the extension of the Southern Expressway from Martha to Hambantota. So these are major projects, right, that has significant impact to the economy. If you look at last 5 years, GDP growth, right, we had about 7% GDP growth, and one of the main reasons for that was infrastructure development. Right? So the investments that were made on infrastructure, ports, expressways, airports, the other types of infrastructure had a huge impact on our economic growth. So you can expect in the next 5 to 10 years also that trend to continue because of these large scale projects. And then you have completion of the outer circular highway from Padavata to Keravalapitti, that is connected to the Patna Expressway, so that is also under construction. So there's huge scope for engineers to be involved in these projects, and there's a huge demand also to recruit engineers specialized in civil engineering and highway engineering for these major projects. So these are some of the planned and the designs have been completed. The Ruwanpura Expressway that is going from Kahatuluwa at the Southern Expressway interchange past Ratnapura to Palwan. So that is, this will improve connectivity to the Sabargam way that for a long time has lacked high mobility road network. Right? So there are a lot of challenges in this project because you know that the area is prone to landslides, flooding. So you need a lot of civil engineering expertise to construct these roads. And then you have one of the largest project investments after Southern Expressway, that is the Central Expressway that goes towards Dambulu, and of course we have a connection to Kandy from midway point of the expressway. So this is a huge investment. We are talking about 400 to 500 million rupees. So imagine when 500 million rupees are invested for a project, how many jobs it will create, right? How many production or how many services it is going to create. So that's what I meant when I said earlier. The GDP growth of a country is hugely affected by investments such as this. So as an engineering profession, it is our duty to contribute towards these projects. Right? So we as engineers, especially from the local universities, we need to make sure that we actively contribute to these projects. So this is the Central Expressway that has been planned. So why do I say expressway development is a very important project or infrastructure development for civil engineering? Because if you can remember what Professor Dias in the introductory video said, we have 6 divisions within civil engineering. And when you do expressway construction, it covers all 6 divisions. Right? We need contribution from all the 6 divisions of civil engineering. Starting from highway and traffic engineering, we need them to estimate the number of vehicles on the roads, on the expressway. We have to project now in the future how many people will use the Central Expressway. And that we need engineering knowledge to do that. Otherwise we can't predict. Then we have to design these roads. Right? We need highway engineers to design these roads. And then we need structural engineers. We have to design bridges, viaducts. Those are major structures in an expressway. We need geotechnical engineers because we have slopes, we have landslide risk. So we have to do a lot of ground improvements. So we need that geotechnical aspect involved. We need hydraulic engineering because there's flooding in those areas. So we have to make sure what is the level up to which the expressway should be constructed. What is the risk of flooding? All these things should be evaluated through civil engineering theories. Right? And finally, we need environmental engineers because we need to study the impact. Expressway construction has a lot of impacts on the natural flora and fauna. So we need environmental impact assessments to be carried out to find out how to minimize this. So that's why I said when you are doing expressway projects, it covers all aspects of civil engineering. Even I forgot to mention construction management because we have to deal with very massive contracts, contract packaging, how to manage the contracts. So there are a lot of project management applications as well. So it covers all aspects of civil engineering, and we need engineers for these to specialize in these areas. Right? Not only typically when we talk about civil engineering, we say structures, constructing buildings. No, it is much more than that. It covers these additional areas that we need people to specialize in them so that they can be actively involved in these projects. Right? So that is why we want to demonstrate that these projects are coming up, and as a result there will be a demand for civil engineering in the near future. So the challenges of constructing these roads, this is an aerial photograph of the expressway and the linemen and how they have avoided the houses when they're designing. So you need to do a lot of planning, right? And this is where the highway engineers are getting involved, right? And we have used sophisticated computer modeling, right? It's not, a lot of people think civil engineering is all about going to the site and hands-on work. It is hands-on work. But at the same time, you have a lot of analysis, modeling work, simulations. So computer-based work, it's a very significant component have to do this planning and designing before you start the construction. And you have challenges. So this is the interchange at Lanka, so you can see it's very sophisticated, right? So you have to think about all your fundamentals of your mathematics and civil engineering, all applied in this. So that's why we need the bright and the brilliant students to take up these tasks. It's not easy, right? It's very challenging. And constructing, of course, it's a huge task. You can see how bridges are constructed, right? It's not an easy task, it's a major operation. So we need people to manage these construction work also. Right? It's not just typical building construction. These are some of the most challenging work you can do as civil engineers. So that is the beauty of it. You have both extremes. You have the desk work as well as you have the hands-on work. So these are some of the examples from Southern Expressway back in about 5-6 years ago. And we have challenges. It's not easy to go through mountainous areas. We have to construct tunnels. So you can see when you draw the trace, you notice that some sections you can't pass. So you need to construct tunnels like this. So that is where the geotechnical engineering and other structural engineering, all these aspects of civil engineering are involved. Right? So these are very interesting. As a young engineer, you are given tasks like this. It will be very interesting. And you can see the difficulties, the terrain. This is the Lanka Expressway. You have series of tunnels. The first time in Expressway project, we are going to have tunnels in Sri Lanka. Our railway for a long time had tunnels, but this time, this is the first expressway, the Lanka Expressway. We are going to have tunnel construction. So it's a huge engineering challenge for the whole sector, I guess, whole civil engineering field. And we have flooding. Lanka area is infamous for flooding. So we need to find a solution to counter that. We can't have expressways being inundated with water. Right? So we need to construct viaducts like this so that it can be elevated beyond the flood level. So these are the blue areas are the potential flood areas along the Lanka corridor. So we need to design new structures so that the flooding will not affect the expressway. Right? So these are the applications of civil engineering in infrastructure projects such as expressways. So we already have viaducts in our expressway, the outer circular highway, but we might need higher, more sophisticated or more challenging issues will arise in those Lanka expressway because of the terrain difficulties. And we have landslide risks. Right? When you are cutting these mountains and constructing roads, the soil will erode. Right? There's risk of landslide, especially when you are going to construct the Central Expressway and the Lanka Expressway. So we need to devise structures to retain this soil. Right? So there are a lot of involvement of geotechnical engineering in mitigating this. So you can see that I have demonstrated the different aspects of civil engineering that is covered in expressway development. And finally, once you open the expressway for traffic, it's not easy to manage it. Right? We're not looking at now, we're looking at 10 years or 15 years from now. What's going to happen to our expressway? There will be a lot of vehicles. Right? Now, you might think Southern Expressway, very few vehicles. But come 10 years later, there are going to be a significant number of vehicles on that road. So we need more advanced ways of managing the traffic. So in other countries like USA, Singapore, Japan, they have these called traffic management systems, intelligent transport systems. So there are a lot of computer science and electronics involved. So even if you are interested in those areas, there's scope for you if you are pursuing civil engineering. Right? So our intelligent transport system is an emerging area now. Of course, the civil engineering department has taken the initiative of setting up a ITS lab within the department. So we are forecasting that these will be important in Sri Lanka, and we need the engineers to be, our graduates to be involved in these areas so that they can also contribute. Right? So these are all very advanced, right? And in Sri Lanka should be prepared in the next 5 years to embrace these technologies and manage their road network. Right? So that's all I